Hey guys, welcome back to Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at S.H.Figuarts Abarai Renji from Bleach, Thousand Blood. I always mispronounce that, but this guy's from the latest season. And yeah, I'm just a big fan for Bleach ever since I was a kid. I think all the characters are cool, so at this point, doesn't matter what characters they make, I just hope they keep coming. But yeah, I much prefer the season 1 design, but it is what it is. Still very cool. Here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And let's not waste any more time and bust this thing open and see what we got. And here's the figure still in the inner packaging, looking absolutely amazing. And I especially like what they're doing with the faces nowadays. They really include a lot of faceplates. In my opinion, that's the most important thing for me. But kind of unfortunate that we don't get like a normal katana. I think that would have been really cool. Instead, we only got the release version of Zabimaru. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's check it out. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is actually pretty good. I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels. I don't have any QC issues, the joints are nice and tight and all that good jazz. And it looks like he walked out straight from the anime, looking very, very good. Black and red is always a really good color scheme, and this is not just any red, it's like a darker shade of red, so this is really cool. And I think for some reason, it feels like he looks better than Ichigo. Their release date is very close to each other, so I don't think there is gonna be much difference, but somehow I just like this one slightly better. Maybe it's because of the lower body articulation. Ichigo obviously got a skirt pieces, so it's a little bit harder to move, but yeah, anyways, this is a really good figure, and let me know in the comments on what you think. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt his head side to side, no problem. And the shoulder, we do have a really nice pull-out method. You can raise his arm up about this much. It's a really nice ball joint, gives you a lot of range. Bicep swivel, curl about this much, and you do get a hinged ball wrist like usual. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward quite a lot. You can bend backwards about this much, which is okay as well. Very good side-to-side movement. And for the leg, you can kick up about this high, bend about this much, thigh swivel, side-to-side pivot, and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. Again, the lower body is always going to feel a little bit blocky when it comes to Bleach characters. I already accepted that. So we just have to get used to this tree trunk. I know it's not ideal, but it is what it is, right? And I noticed that Bleach characters tends to be a little bit slimmer, and like their head is a little bit smaller, but that's just like the anime, right? Like that's just the art style. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. And let's check out some accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, and I think it looks amazing. In my opinion, every character should have a face like this, and I think so far Bandai is nailing it. Can't remember the last time like a figure doesn't have a calm looking cool face. And next up, we have like a scare or shock face. I think I know what he's shocked about, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Go watch the latest season. And then we have a shouting face, and I really like this one. Looking very, very sharp. And next up, we have a smirking face, and this one is my favorite. I love faces like this. It really brings the character to life. Very, very cool. And the last one we got is a comedian relief. Personally, don't care for this one. But again, I think faces like this nowadays, if you have a lot of characters together, it will be really cool. But standing alone, I don't think it's that cool. And for the interchangeable hands, first off, we get a pair of relaxed open hands, and these are really nice. And then we do get one left hand for posing with the sheath, and here's the sheath. And it's kind of annoying to me that we didn't get a regular Zanbakuto. I think it would have been so much cooler if we had like a regular, just a katana, right? I think I'll be using that a lot more, because I'm not that confident with the weight of Zabimaru, but we're about to find out. And lastly, of course, we have a pair of hands to hold the Zabimaru, and this is really well made. But personally, I'm just not that comfortable with my figure holding something this big for an extended period of time. So again, it would have been cool if they gave us just a regular katana. And I don't really know how they're going to solve this issue, because the joints will get loose for sure. Even though this is already a lot lighter than I imagine. But anyways, I digress. Let me know in the comments on what you think. And just for comparison, you guys can see they actually do have bigger hands, because like the sword and stuff is like bigger, right? But I don't know. And let's jump straight into the action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with Ichigo from the same series, and I think they look amazing together. And I really wonder how deep Bandai is going to get into the line, because there's so many arcs. Like, are they just going to jump around and give us random ones? I don't know. Let me know in the comments on what you think. Personally, I would like to see Urahara, Grimjaw, and who else? Let me think. Toshiro is for sure. Gin, Aizen, like there's so many, right? So I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one you would like to see. And I'm pretty sure I asked you guys last time for Ichigo video as well, but it's always fun to like just share ideas. And next up, we have some Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. And then here are my favorites, the Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some Chainsaw Man and JJK S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some Mayfax figures and the S.H.Figuarts Venom. And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think the figure is beautiful and I do highly recommend it. Beautiful paint work, amazing sculpt, and the articulation is really nice. I actually had a lot of fun posing with it. And Zabimaru really is not that heavy, he can hold the weight just fine, but again, like for something this big, I'm pretty sure the joints will get loose over time, but if you're not like too crazy with it, this is just fine. Way better than my expectation. They already did a good job by making the blade really light. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. Again, the only gripe I have is the lack of regular katana. I would have had a lot more fun if you have just like a regular katana so I can play around with it. But yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if there's anything you want to know. But for now, let's just support the Bleach line and let it go far. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.